then it was visual. The surrender which was happening from intellectual level was happening from a heart level right now. So far it was like after only many times I surrender, and I used to listen to Guruji and he would say, "Ek baar surrender kiya, then don't keep taking it back from me." So then, whatever I was struggling with, if it did not happen, or I'm still struggling with it again after some time, then again I would be struggling to fix the problem, thinking, you know what, I surrendered this, but Guruji is taking his own time, or I surrendered this and Ekta ji has not sent me her answer. So this was going on with me for a while. So
you have to surrender the expectation for it to change.
Yes, I understood that. So,
not expecting it to change.
Yes,
that is surrender. चलेगा भी मेरे को, जो भी है, समझा? नहीं चेंज हुआ तो भी चलेगा, हुकुम। मैंने अपनी तरफ से इच्छा करना छोड़ दिया, इसको हुकुम बोलते हैं। From my side, from my side, I'm dropping this desire that it should change. This is surrender. This is samarpan. You getting it? Till the time you have this condition, I'm surrendering, but you take care now. You make it right. Is this surrender? You are not surrendering till now.
It's like I'm not going to do anything, but
you do it.
You do it.
And I'm going to see that you do it. You've not surrendered.
But then, I mean, the way you were doing that, there was so much force. Like, I do it so many times, but the thing is, I can't see it when I'm doing it. But once I feel for this decision or this burfi or this thing I was doing it, the moment you let go, there is something, it just settles down.
Correct. Correct. Every time you feel stiffness inside, you know you are grasping and holding on to something.
It even happens by meditating. It's like there is some thought coming and I'm stiff, and the moment I'm like, I just breathe out and the body just relaxes, and then I realize, oh,
yeah,
you know, there was something just holding me back.
I was holding.
I was holding. Yeah, I was holding
now
myself.
Change your thing. You've always been blaming people, situations and things, not her, everybody, all of us. That things were holding on to me. Things don't hold on to you. Poor lifeless things. iPad is holding on to me. No, I am holding on to the iPad. Yeah? See how your phone gets misplaced. What happens to you? Heart attack only you get. Mini heart attack.
That's true.
Yeah? Recognize this thing. How much we are holding on to small things. Phone, laptop, husband said this, wife said this, friend said this, Art of Living friend said this, my spiritual sangha is like this, it is not like this. Everything you are holding on to, what is also you are holding on to, what is not also. Drop. All concepts in the mind. Who are you to decide how life should be? Who are you? कहाँ से है इतना अकड़ तुमको? Who are you to say that things should be like this and things should not be like this? Wake up. I am nothing. I don't even have a command on this body. How many functions of this body are under your control? Breath?
No.
Heartbeat?
No.
Blood flowing?
No.
The liver's functions. Come on, something must be in your hand, your body, no? Something. Really, then is it your body? You don't have any control over it. Tonight you are not sleeping. Can you do that?
No.
Is it in your control? Even when you decide, I am going to sleep right now, okay? I'm going to sleep right now. I can't sleep. Let me count sheep. 100, 1, 102, whatever, whichever way you go. Whether you count sheep or chicken or hens or human beings. Do you get sleep? Drop this doership. Nothing is in my control. This body is not in my control. Then I want to control what she says and what he says and how he leads his life and how that person should behave with that person. Who are you? Drop, drop, drop. It's all ego. It's all ego. Very stiff and tall it's standing. It's not messing up others. My ego messes up me only. My only mind is a whirlpool. It's attacking me only inside. If I don't make an effort, who will be able to make an effort to drop this ego? Tell me. Can somebody else, chalo, your closest person, your husband or wife, can they drop your ego for you? Can your child do it? Your best spiritual buddy, can he or she do it? Can your guru drop your ego for you? You start doubting the guru also. Have you noticed that? How will he help you drop that ego then? So who has to drop the ego? The day I recognize my ego is an obstacle on my path, then only can I willingly, voluntarily, happily let go and drop this ego. Are you getting it? Till the time I'm not clear that it is the ego that is my obstacle, will I be able to willingly, voluntarily, happily drop the ego? So if it has not happened till now, what is the meaning? I have not understood this truth. Something inside me still wants to believe that I can control people, situations and things in my life. I've built an empire. $1 million house I have. Think small, huh? I have a Mercedes car. Not only me, I have given to my wife also. So my child also has what you don't know. All Apple products, everything is in the house. You name it is there in my house. Ego has this feeling, I have built an empire. When I built that empire, I succeeded. How I cannot succeed now? That is the problem. On the spiritual path, exactly the opposite principle works. You will have to drop the ego to get established in the self. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Otherwise, till that time, it is all temporary peace, which you experience many times. You do one course this weekend also, you feel very nice. How many days is it going to last? Till Monday. 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and then it goes back. Why? What happened? I jumped back into my ego and back into my world, my samsara and maya. So who has to remember to again and again drop that maya and be centered? This is the effort that I will have to make. And if somebody says that no, there is no need to make effort. Is that right? Will you get there? Tell me. So many years you didn't make the effort. Have you gotten there? How many of you tell me? कितने enlightened लोग छुपे इधर?
Totally.
What clear है? It's a very clear-cut thing. It's common sense to see it. I have failed. I have failed so much till now. There's something missing link, and that missing link is that big I inside me. I need to drop that. I need to surrender that. And for that, I need that courage. Courage requires effort. There is effort in this path. Only when I completely surrender that I become free. You know, it's like giving up the bondage. You become free. Then you feel, what a relief. And then from that space of peace, whatever you do will be perfect, will be right. You see what I'm saying? easiest way is to surrender to hukum. I surrender my ego. I'm ready to drop it. Only when you surrender will you be able to walk this path. Otherwise, you will come here for Sunday, sing 5 songs, gossip, 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 eat potluck food and go home. Very nice spiritual person you are. There's no progress there. That knowledge has to become a part of your life. That is true wisdom. If your parents, if your co-workers in office see that change and see, there's something about you that has changed, that is the true proof that I am applying knowledge in my life. Right? Those are the closest people I have been with all my life. And if they only don't give me that proof, then how much ever self-foolery I do, Patanjali, Ashtavakra, Narada, Upanishad, Yoga Vasishta, this, that, Falana, Dhinkana. Always. You see what I'm saying? By hearting the sutras or by rooting the sutras, you will not get there. It is by implementing that in your life and making it a part of your nature. That is required.
And that gentleman gave me one piece of advice. He said, no matter how well you learn, if the person sitting next to you does not feel comfortable, it is a fail.
Yes.
So the people around you don't authenticate what you have done, it is useless.
Superb example. Superb. Do you get it? Kitna bhi you feel inside you that, oh, I have progressed. If your family members and if your colleagues, people who you are with all the time, do not authenticate it, it's not. See, when you are established in that softness, how can that softness be missed? It cannot be missed. Impossible.
Probably certain people will never accept it.
That's okay.
Anyway, so you just recognize that and talk about it.
Correct. But also recognize that person will not give credit to your spiritual growth. They'll just say, you've changed. That is good enough. Validation. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether they consider whatever their labels are not important. The you've changed is a validation. You're different. Something about you is different is a validation. Yeah. It's very simple. It has to become a part of your life. Yeah. When your own family members validate, there's a sense of relief. It's like you really take a sigh. Okay, I'm doing something right. Boss, I didn't ask for it, but it came from the other person. I'm doing something right. Yes, that sense of relief is like a promotion. Yeah? Only the promotion is not something that can be taken away from you. It's like one step I have climbed higher and I'm not going down. It's impossible to go down. It's that kind of a promotion. Yeah? Spiritual growth can never be taken away. You know this, no? The amount of growth that you will have on this path, nobody can take it away from you. Nobody. So if you have to really aspire in the world, just aspire for this one thing. My own spiritual growth. Which means if I have to bow down my ego and cut it and kill it, I am ready to do that. Yes? I don't just let go of the ego in front of just a guru. It's very easy to let go of your ego in front of a guru. Have you noticed? I have to let go of my ego in front of everybody. I bow down to everyone. I am here just to help you. From that space you work. then life becomes very simple. And who can take undue advantage? There's nothing left only that I'm holding on to that you will take from me. Everything I'm ready to give. Then people stop taking on me. Wake up, grow up. बस हो गया. छीनना झपटना has become our nature. Stop doing this छीनना झपटना. How do you say it in English? Grabbing and snatching has become our nature. Drop this छीनना झपटना. It's very violent. It's very animalistic. It's not about छीनना झपटना of money and things. You do it in gossip. You picked up another third person's topic. You have chinoed. You have snatched away his self-respect. You talk bad behind somebody's back. You have jhaptod on him. Stop. Recognize what am I doing. I am becoming impure the more I talk about this. Let me take a step back and look at everything as hukum. Everything is hukum. Especially the people who have this tendency of talking a lot, this homework is for you. Yes? Very loose tongue. I have to learn to control it. I have to recognize it is all hukum. I have no right to gossip behind another person's back. The moment you take another person's name, stop yourself right there. Cut yourself right there. Tell the other person, sorry, I didn't mean to bring anything up. Shame your own ego in front of another person. Say, I was going to indulge in gossip right now. I'm so sorry I realized it. Take a step back. That person is not going to think bad about you. In fact, that person will think, wow, amazing growth. Are you seeing this? Shame your own ego in front of another person. Once it will happen, twice it will happen, third time your ego will say, Chhod Baba. In front of other people, she keeps shaming me. Are you getting it? What I'm saying? Yeah? That's where your ego will stop doing it. Lower the power of your ego. You recharge it all the time. Stop recharging the ego. Too much. Overcharged. Again and again, hukum. This is hukum. This is hukum. How much ever torture you are going through, it is hukum. It is hukum. Clear? Go to the second body. Hukmi bhuvanakar.
Hukmi bhuvanakar.
Hukum na kahiya jaye.
Hukum na kahiya jaye.
Hukmi bhuvan ji.
Hukmi bhuvan ji.
Hukum mile vadiyai.
Hukum mile vadiyai.
Hukmi uttam neech.
Hukmi uttam neech.
Hukum likh dukh sukh paiye.
Hukum likh dukh sukh paiye.
Ik na hukmi bakshish.
Ik na hukmi bakshish.
Ik hukmi sada pavaiye.
Ik hukmi sada pavaiye.
Hukme andar sabko.
Hukme andar sabko.
Bahar hukum na koi.
Bahar hukum na koi.
Nanak hukme je bujhe.
नानक हुक्मे जे बुझे,
तहो मैं कहे न कोई।
ताहो मैं कहे न कोई।
Hukmi Huvan Akar. What's Akar? Form. Basically, everything in this creation has been created by His command. All forms are His hukum. But this hukum cannot be described. Hukum na kahiya jaye. This hukum cannot be described. You cannot describe the self. How will you describe him? There is no way to describe him. It's indescribable. It cannot be put in words. There's a very funny story in the scriptures of a deaf person. They made it funny that way, but it is to explain something. Yeah. So there is this. He's a shepherd. He's deaf. He cannot hear, but he's lost in his own world of fantasies. He's with his sheep on the mountain. He is waiting that his wife will bring him lunch, and it's past lunchtime and she's not there. So he becomes worried, what's wrong? Why has she not got my food today? So he sees another person sitting on a stone over there, and on a big stone, he just tells him, can you just take care of my shepherd? And that other person is also deaf, and he does not understand him. So that person says, go, I don't have time for you. Now he cannot understand, right? He also cannot hear. So he thinks that he's saying, yeah, I'll take care, you go. So he goes, and whatever he gets his food and everything, and he comes back, and then he counts his sheep. Yeah, all the sheep are there, nothing, nobody missing. He's very happy. So he goes to that guy and he wants to thank him. So then he thinks, let me give him this one baby sheep. He wanted to gift him something. And that baby sheep had a leg that was injured. Okay, so he said, thank you for taking care of all my sheep. I want to gift you this sheep. And while showing, he picked up the injured leg. So the other deaf person thought that he's blaming me that I have injured his sheep, and they both start fighting, and he's saying, oh, thank you for taking care, and he's fighting that, no, I didn't do anything to your sheep, go away, I didn't do anything, why did you go away, who told you to leave your sheep? And they're going on and on. So there is major chaos going on over there, and then a sadhu is passing by. So a sadhu looks at them, and he looks with those still eyes, because both are deaf. You cannot explain what the other is saying anyways. So he just looks at very still eyes at one of them, he goes away. He looks at very still eyes to the other guy, and he goes away. The meaning or the symbolism behind this story is, in the story there are just two people who are deaf. But the sadhus and sons are trying to explain this indescribable self and God to 2 million deaf people. How are we ever going to understand that which is indescribable in words? Only that still look of the saint, the silence, can touch us. Get what the story is about? Just that isness can touch, but I will never be able to understand it in words if I tried. Yeah, that is the meaning of it is indescribable. Next line, Hukmi Huvan Ji. Jiya are all the Jivatmas, all the souls. So all the souls have come into being by the hukum, by his command. And hukmi mile vadiyai, the second part of that same sentence. Hukmi mile vadiyai. Vadiyai is whatever greatness or glory, whatever you get, comes by His command. So not just my success is by His command, my failure also is by His command. Do you get it? Both. He decides both. When He is deciding, when He is writing it for me, when everything He is doing, why do I need to worry? Just be. Just be in the present moment, in the peace, and do whatever action needs to be done right now. Clear? A king and his slave. This is from our Panchatantra. Is written. A king and his slave or whatever, his minister, whatever, who used to take care of him, servant. They were out in the jungle, and his servant really loved the king very much. He was a nice king, he used to take care of everybody, he was a good man. And this guy had full devotion for him, full love for him. So they were hunting in the jungle, and then the king got hungry and he said, "Can you just bring me the fruit from that tree?" There was just one fruit hanging on that tree. So he got that fruit and he cut it nicely, washed it, cleaned it, cut it. And he gave the whole plate to the king. And the king, as usual, used to always give the first slice to him that you eat. He was a very generous, very nice person. So even before the king started to eat, the slave had taken the first slice and eaten it. And then before the king picked up his first slice to eat, he said, one more, can you give me?" So he picked it up to eat, but gave it to him. And before he went to take the third one, he again said one more. And then the last piece was left. And then he was like, "How can you be so mean? I'm hungry, and I've given you 3 now, and you're going to ask me for this last one also." He said, "Please, I'm very hungry. Don't keep me away from it. Don't you love me enough?" So the king was so generous. He said, "Wait, I'll give you a little bit of this." And he gave him a little bit of it. And before the king was going to take it in his mouth and eat, he started tugging. "No, don't eat." See, why are you doing this? And still the king ate that little one, and he was like, "Yuck! Such a horrible fruit. Why did you eat it? Such a bitter fruit. And how can you eat such a bitter fruit?" So he's saying, in Hindi it is, "जिसके हाथ से इतना मीठा खाया है, उसके हाथ से एक कड़वे फल की क्या शिकायत करना? From whose hand I have eaten so much sweet fruit, from that hand, how can I complain about just one bitter one? How can you complain? How can you complain? It's all hukum. Have that gratitude. So if He brings me so much good, if one bitter fruit is there, so what? So what? There must be some lesson in this also. That explains the next one. Hukmi Uttam Neech. What is Uttam and Neech? The good and bad, the up and down, the right and wrong, all these opposites. Whose? By His command. Everything is by His command. He runs this universe. He created in opposites. Everything is in pairs. Husband, wife, husband, wife, husband, wife. Day and night. Yeah? Cold and hot. Right and wrong. All husband, wife He created. Who am I to challenge this creation? Who am I to say it should not be like this? Who am I to say Bring me only sukha, don't bring me dukkha. Are you understanding what I'm saying? By his command. The house is flooded. Okay. Hukum. I accept it. Hukum. Yeah. Whatever is hukum. And I accept it happily. Learn to live like that. You've seen some people, no, they're always happy. You can't do anything to make them sad. Become like that, rock solid. Yeah? Nobody can take my smile away from me. Can you make this the mantra of your life? I do not give anybody the reins of my life. You cannot take my smile away from me. Finished. Period. Simple. So simple, not just. The moment you understand, hukum likh dukh sukh paiye, because it is written, I got this sukha and this dukkha. Hukum. Okay. I accept. I accept. This is also prasad. I accept. Bitter fruit, great. I accept. It has come in my life as a blessing. I know 100% from this something beautiful will come out, because that is the law of cause and effect. It can never stop here. This is no dead end. There is no dead end here. Our problem is we think end ho gaya, finished, my job is gone. The end. Nothing is happening in my life. I'm going to become poor, I'm going to come on the streets, everybody in my house is going to become poor, the company, the bank is going to take my house away, and you go on and on and on and on. Are stop? Manohar kahaniyan. You've just gone into a fantasy world. Stop. You just created this thing out of nowhere. It did not exist. I have just one little dukkha. Every dukkha has a sprout of the future sukha in it. Sukha and dukkha go hand in hand. Husband and wife. Yes? So I accept both. I cannot accept just one. Huh? The other is a package deal. You have friends, no? You like the husband, or you don't like the wife, or you like the wife and you don't like the husband. ऐसा होता है ना? But they are a package deal. Either both of them come or nobody comes. Like that. Sukh dukh are package deal. Yeah. Though right now you cannot see that they are hand in hand. But every sukha has dhira se dukkha coming from behind. Very slowly. It's coming. Yeah? Therefore, don't get attached to either sukha or dukkha. Because if I get attached to sukha, what will happen? That dukkha is coming anyways. I'm going to hate it. And I'm going to be lost in my head. Feverish, feverish, feverish. Do you see what I'm saying? Drop the attachment to both of them. They are just two bogies of a train. The first bogie came and went, and then the second bogie came and went. Yeah? Don't try to hold on to a moving train. Who's going to get hurt? I'm going to get hurt. Very simple. Mathematics. Hukum. Everything is hukum. Very simple. इकना हुक्मी बख्शीस, एक हुक्मी सदा बवाये. Some are blessed and they walk the right path, but some keep wandering aimlessly. So Bakshis here means blessed. Some are blessed to walk the right path, but some keep wandering aimlessly. And how is this happening? Hukum. Hukum has decided this. हुक्मे अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई means Means everybody is under this command. Network. There is no out of network. Very nice. Out of network doesn't exist. Yeah, so everybody is under his hukum and nobody is outside this hukum. नानक हुक्मे जे बुझे तो हो मैं कहे न कोई. The one who understands this, O Nanak, he doesn't say ho मैं or I. No, he goes beyond ego. The one who understands this goes beyond ego. Simple as that. Now, why can't we let go of ego? This ho मैं means what? It's I. This I. Why can't I let go of this I so easily?
That's how I was created.
There is another secret of the ego. The ego brings you a lot of sukha. That is the reason you don't want to let go of the ego. You tell me, how does the ego give you sukha?
I was better than myself. I feel
Nobody like me, man. It's a very nice feeling. You pat yourself on the back. That nice feeling, though it is lies. Yeah, though it is self-foolery, but it gives me that sukha. And I want to, huh? Yeah, just an example this was. So then I want to hold on to that sukha I like very much. That is the reason I'm not ready to let go of the ego. Do you understand this? Yeah, so ego, in order to keep living, it keeps pumping you with sukha. Ego भी अपना नहीं है.
Sukha is also ego, right?
He gives, okay, you have to understand, you have forgotten yourself. You have forgotten that I am, that isness. You've already got mixed up with your body and mind and intellect, memory, thinking this is the package I am. Okay? Now, in this package, sometimes you are the mind, sometimes you're the memory, sometimes you're just jumping around, okay? And in that, if you attain some sukha, that sukha gives you that few moments of relief. Yeah? It's not a permanent peace, if you've noticed. When you buy a new phone, few moments you feel a relief, if you notice. You feel nice, that nice feeling. This is the way ego keeps you going. That nice feeling, that nice feeling. You understand what I'm saying? Though it is going to come with dukkha later, but that nice feeling is the reason I don't want to let go of I. This whole complex is that fake I, which I am not.
Feeling of I will.
Even if it is like few minutes, you get a promotion, few minutes you are happy. After that, oh my God, I have to do so much work now. I can't go home at 5 o'clock like I used to go. Then on weekends also, you're responding to emails, you have to answer calls, and then you're like, "Arey, this promotion is horrible." Yeah. So every sukha finally brings a tail of dukkha with it. They walk hand in hand. But that initial nice feeling it gave you, remember that pump? It's like a shot that when you take drugs or something, you get that high feeling. It lasts little while only. The hangover lasts longer. Yeah? So that is the way the ego keeps us going. It's like showing us the carrot. Yeah? We know there is not much in that carrot, but just for that little high feeling, that once in a moment high feeling, we run. When we eat that carrot, we feel high. Yeah? And then we know also there is dukkha, but because of that thirst for that high again, we keep running behind the ego.
Yeah, we shift sense object.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Correct? So now next homework is for you to identify what is your carrot.
So many things.
Yeah. Put them, your bag is not full yet.
So it's a survival thing for ego.
For the ego, it's a survival thing, no? How should I keep prema under my clutches? One carrot. Okay, 1 carrot per month is good. This much is prema's capacity, resilience. Yeah. No. But for Diwali, I have to do once a week at least. You know, so with everyone, it has a different strategy. So you observe what is your own carrot.
So what I've noticed is like these incidents where ego is pumped, externally driven incidents are very few dispersed throughout the day. But the majority of the reinforcement of my ego happens in my mind thinking about it, right?
Perfect.
And not all the thoughts pump ego, some lead to anger, some lead to regret. But there is also one thing that leads to that idea of this is how it will be, and that suddenly has that pleasant, it has a pleasant but dirty feeling to it.
Yes. How many are aware that the feelings that the ego is pleasant but dirty? Dirty means impure. It's not always a pure feeling. The purest feeling you get is in that peace and meditation, which happens for a few seconds, or that gratitude when your throat chokes for Guruji or for God or whoever you believe in. When your throat chokes, that purity is not there in that sukha that came from that carrot. Are you able to distinguish this? So recognize your own sukha. This is that sukha that I run behind and the ego uses as a carrot. I have become the slave. And take a few minutes to put them in your bag then. I'm anyway done with the second body, so take a few minutes to put those down and put it in your bag. Yes, sometimes it brings sukha, sometimes it brings dukkha. I want to keep sukha, but I want to get rid of dukkha. Is it possible? Not possible. Either I have to accept both sukha and dukkha, or I have to drop both sukha and dukkha. What do you want to do? You want to keep the doership of both sukha and dukkha, or you want to drop the doership of both sukha and dukkha?
Is the most easiest.
Easiest. Hukum. Hukum. Very easy. Take it. It's tough, no? Good. It will make me strong. Right? Make me bigger. Let me see.
So ego is directly related to desire.
Correct.
Any desire.
Any desire is equal to ego. Very simple. Mathematics. Come to that empty space. Isness में कोई desire है क्या? Is there any desire in isness? Any expectation in isness? So simple. Be in the isness. Simple. Shunyata. Blank. Nothingness.
This example applies to each and everything.
Correct.
Everything, if it is isness, then only there is no ego. Otherwise, whatever I'll see, there will be always little pleasure.
Perfect. For a beginner on the path, we say at least stop seeing negative, see positive. And then when you become a good intermediate kind of student, to move to expert level, you have to drop both sukha and dukkha. Got it? Positive as well as negative. Both.
Initially, when we are trying to establish the isness, that wanting to be the isness all the time is also kind of a desire, and it's somewhere my ego is.
It's a thirst, no? You can't do anything about that thirst. If I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty. I can't do anything. It's natural. That thirst is natural. Can't do anything about that
All
thirst.
desires, business will happen.
Yes. No, I'm asking.
She's saying being in the isness is also a desire.
But
Wanting
if
to
you drop
be
the
in
desire to be in the essence, then it will happen.
Yeah.
Dropping that desire to drop that desire.
This is the ego trying to come up with an excuse not to accept it, not to just go with the hukum. It's finding its own ways. Recognize it. No, it's so simple. Yeah. Become innocent. Go back to your chotapan, the way you were as a little girl or a little boy. It's very easy to work from there. Keep filling that bag. There's still a lot of carrots hanging. All the carrots go into that bag.
Actually, these small things are like a huge banyan tree, but the root cause is the same.
Ego.
Yeah, because we call these carrots, a little here, a little there, a little here, but the root is one big cause. So we are only plucking this small fruit and thinking, oh, I put it in the bag, That bag is never going to end. Every time you do a session, we are filling a bag.
Yes.
With different things.
Yeah.
Acceptance.
Yeah. So
Acceptance comes.
Acceptance is coming. No, I'm just trying to get to like. So once that root is cut off, then there is no bag.
But you have to identify the root from the fruit. Huh? How will you identify the root? Oh, this fruit also has the same root. Oh, this fruit also. No, maybe I'll have another fruit which will not have the same root. You keep looking actually. There's a subtle thing inside you that wants to find another excuse other than the ego. It says, no, this is important for living in this world. It's not my ego. I'm not like that. How many times it came up? Notice. It's all ego.
He's trying to get only when we are enlightened.
You are already enlightened. You are just blocked by those sky of thoughts and ideas and concepts and images. You are already enlightened.
That is ego, right? That the cloud above is ego.
Yeah. Produced from the ego. It could be so many things in your mind. I don't know what is that, right? So all your mind objects, which is concepts, ideas, images, thoughts, fantasies, dreams, imaginations, expectations, all this falls under that same cloud cover, ego. And only you can identify finally, and only you can accept, yes, all this is my ego. Otherwise, still from somewhere you try to say that, oh no, this is required in the world. This is not ego. No, she's not talking about this part. I am a very nice person. No, she's not talking about this. She's telling to the other person next to me, not me. Essay. So it's trying to find another reason. I am helping you figure it out that it is all one single root. And the root is ego.
And so far, the meaning of ego in general, maybe we have understood how in the world ego is so misunderstood. The meaning of ego.
Forget the word I. Now it's I. We are here now. Forget about them. Let me work on myself.
So we say drop ego. That means surrender. In the other way.
कौन बोला?
Ego.
Ego.
He's very honest. He's exposing himself to you guys. Just see, only such a person is earnest. He's really trying to find how do I catch this ego. It's so chatur and chalak. cunning, like a fox. It tries to stealthily find its way and still stand up. It's like that thing, you cut a lizard's tail, it grows it back. That's how the ego is. Any amount of me convincing will not help. I'm just poking you in that direction where you start looking within. When you start looking within, you recognize, yeah, this is also ego. Oh, yeah, this is also ego. Oh, this is also ego. Oh, the whole tree has the same fruit. And it is ego. Then it shuts up. Stops fighting with you. You are fighting with yourself actually. You notice that? You're at war with yourself.
So, Ektaji, then letting surrender and accepting everything is open. Now, is that an ideal solution to the
Solution, again you're thinking it's a solution. Means you're looking for an end result. Look at your own words. Solution. मतलब कुछ होना चाहिए. हुक्म मतलब प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है. Hukum means there is no problem only. So there's no question of looking
only
for
acceptance? Only acceptance? Is there only any thoughts left? If there is no ego, if there is no ego, then there are no thoughts left. Is that what it?
Important thoughts will come that I have to get up and get this. I have to drink water. The thoughts that are required will be there. The unnecessary garbage is gone. Right now we keep digging into the garbage. This thought, this from the past, this from the past. You're even smelling it. Some of you taste your own garbage. You do that, you're saying, see, you sit and think about something that happened 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Even something that happened last month is garbage. You keep rewind, play, rewind, play, rewind, play. You're eating the same garbage.
See, when you put it like that, it becomes cheap. Until then, it wasn't.
Wake up. It's the truth. This moment is so alive and fresh. Present moment is so beautiful. And you ruin the present moment by living in your garbage can. Get out of the garbage can. Look at the sun. It's shining bright. And it's super bright outside. And beautiful. Yeah. And it is not a stinky pot. Drop the past. It's all hukum. All hukum. And especially whose ego is saying that this she's telling them, she's not telling me. This was for you.